Hi everybody, welcome to Music Moves for Piano, Book 3, Unit 9B. Today we're going to finish up everything from Unit 9, starting with the song to sing. This is Cat Goes Fiddle-Dee-Dee. Go ahead and move your arms in very bound circles. So remember, we have one of our ways of movement is flow. We have free flow and bound flow. We talk about bound flow when you're moving through a liquid, like if you're moving through water, that's somewhat bound. If you're moving through something thicker like honey or molasses, that's very bound. So that's the type of movement we're talking about. Go ahead and move your arms in very bound circles. Bum ba ba bum ba bum bum bum. Bum 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 ba ba bum 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 ba ba bum bum. Can you sing the starting tone syllable of the song? Do bum ba ba bum ba bum 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 do. Is this song in duple or triple meter? This is in duple meter. Go ahead and echo these rhythm patterns, please. Do, day, do, echo me, please. Do, day, to do, day, do. Do, day, to do, day, do. What category is that pattern? I'll do it one more time. Do, day, to do, day, do. That's a division elongation pattern because of our do-ta. Think about the categories for the next two after you echo them. Here we go. Do, day, to do, day, do. Do, day, to do, day, do. That is division. Do, day, to day, do. Do, day, to day, do. That's an elongation pattern because of the end. Do. We also had a couple of divisions in there. Let's think about where those rhythm patterns happen in the song. So listen, think about the first rhythm pattern. Do, day, to do, day, do. Bum, ba, ba, bum, ba, bum, bum, bum. Bum, 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 ba, ba, bum, bum, bum. Bum, bum, ba, ba, bum, bum. So it only happens right away at the beginning. You're going to notice this with the other two rhythm patterns as well. That second rhythm pattern, do, day, to do, day, do, only happens once. Bum, 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 ba, ba, bum, bum, bum. That's our second phrase. Third rhythm pattern, do, day, to day, do, is the third phrase. Do, day, to day, do. So 3 different phrases, 3 different rhythm patterns. Is this song in major or minor tonality? This is in major tonality. Go ahead and echo these tonal patterns. Bum, 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 bum. Do, mi, do, mi, do, mi, sol, do, mi, sol, mi, re, do, mi, re, do. Let's think about the category of each of those patterns, the function. Do, mi, that's major tonic. Do, mi, sol, major tonic, mi, re, do. That pattern has notes from, or pitches from more than one chord. So it has mi and do from the tonic chord and re from the dominant chord. So when it has more than one, we would call that a diatonic pattern. Especially because they're just stepping. The notes are just stepping in the pattern. Mi, re, do. So diatonic means in our key. It's just in the key. Let's think about where the tonal patterns happen in the song. Listen for do, mi, bum, ba, ba, bum, ba, bum, 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 ba, ba, bum, 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 ba, ba, bum, bum. So what happened at the beginning of the first phrase and the beginning of the second? Do, 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 mi, do, do, mi, do, do, mi, ba, ba, bum, bum, bum. Though the second one actually wasn't really a do, mi, because it went from there, do, do, mi, so, bum, bum, bum. So the beginning of the first phrase is do, mi, twice. Second phrase is do, mi, so. Now listen for mi, re, do. Bum, ba, ba, bum, ba, bum, bum, bum. Bum, 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 ba, ba, bum, bum, bum. Bum, bum, ba, ba, bum, bum. So that pattern ends both the second phrase and the third phrase. Bum, 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 ba, ba, mi, re, do. Bum, 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 mi, re, do. How many phrases are there in the song? So we have those three phrases. I'm going to sing each of the three phrases separately so you can break these apart a little bit. So here's the first phrase. Bum, ba, ba, bum, ba, bum, bum, bum. Just do and mi. That's the whole phrase. Second phrase. Bum, 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 ba, ba, bum, bum, bum. Do, mi, so, do, mi, re, do. Bum, bum, ba, ba, bum, bum. Do, re, do, mi, re, do, do. Do, do, re, mi, re, do. Those are our three different phrases. Go ahead and sing this song with me. Bum, 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 sing with me. Bum, ba, ba, bum, ba, bum, bum, bum. Bum, 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 ba, ba, bum, bum, bum. Bum, bum, ba, ba, bum, bum. And I'm going to play our chord changes while we sing this again. Go ahead and hold up one finger for tonic, 5 fingers for dominant. Bum, 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 sing with me. Bum, ba, ba, bum, ba, bum, bum, bum. Bum, bum, ba, 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 bum, bum, bum. Bum, bum, ba, ba, bum, bum. Go ahead and sing the root harmony with me. Bum, 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 sing with me. Bum, 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 bum. Do that again while I play the melody. Bum, 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 sing with me. Bum, 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 bum. By the way, there's a delightful classical song called I Bought Me a Cat by composer Aaron Copland that is based on this folk tune. The melody is slightly different, but you'll hear where the phrase cat goes fiddle-dee-dee comes in when you listen to this. So go ahead and look up I Bought Me a Cat. There are lots of wonderful recordings out there. I seem to remember a particularly nice one by Thomas Hampson. So go ahead and look up a recording of I Bought Me a Cat is what it's called. Don't look up cat goes fiddle-dee-dee. It's called I Bought Me a Cat. And we're going to do some major tonal patterns. So I'm going to get up. I'm going to do a couple more things here. So again, I'm going to sing the patterns on bum and you're going to sing them back on syllables. I'll do the same thing where I hold this up, so if you want to try it by yourself, you can put me on mute. Now these are a little bit different. Do, mi, so, ti, do, mi, do. These are going to use mostly our subdominant chord, fa, la, do, and our dominant chord, so, ti, re, so, ti. So, fa, la, do, mostly it's going to be those two. So here we go. Bum, 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 bum. Fa, la, do, ti, so, re. Bum, 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 bum. Do, la, fa, so, ti, re. Bum, 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 bum. Do, la, do. Nope, 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 nope. Try again. Bum, 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 bum. Fa, do, la, so, ti, so. Do, mi, so, ti, do, mi, do. The problem for me is I'm starting to hear fa, la, do is do, mi, so, and then an altered 2 chord. So sometimes I'll pause and sing do, mi, so, ti, do, mi, do. Get us back in our correct tonality here. Bum, 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 bum. Do, fa, la, so, ti, re. Bum, 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 bum. La, fa, do, ti, re, so. Do, mi, so, ti, do, mi, do. Bum, 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 bum. La, do, fa, re, so, ti. Bum, 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 bum. Fa, la, fa, so, ti, so. Last one. Bum, 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 bum. Oh. La, fa, la, so, do, do. After all of that, I had to end with a tonic pattern. So please try this multiple times throughout the week. Please come back to this point on the video so that you can practice these and just see if as you go throughout the amount of time that you're working on this portion of Unit 9, see if you start to be able to identify those. And if you can do those already, just sing the syllables, great, that's wonderful. If you can't, see if you can keep coming back and if it starts to become easier as you do it several times. So that's why I'm singing them back so that you have that reference point. We're going to do a little bit in unusual meter. So go ahead and move in a fluid, continuous way while I chant something in an unusual meter. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. Yap ba 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 yap ba ba. Now go ahead and pretend to pat bubbles to the micro beats. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. Ya ba 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 ya ba ba. You may have noticed the second one was different from the first one. Let's sing Scotty while we move to micro beats. So ti re mi re do ti la fa so. Bum bum bum, sing with me. Ba 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 bum bum. Ba 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 bum bum. If you notice, unusual meters, even just from these couple of things that we've done, come in a variety of forms. They really feel mostly like a combination of 2s and 3s, but sometimes some of the macro beats are faster or slower than the others. Sometimes some of the micro beats are faster or slower than the other. So there are a variety of things that fall under our umbrella of unusual meter. Just throwing that out there. Okay, triple meter. This is a usual meter. Excuse me, go ahead and move with me, please. Bum, 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 sing with me. Triple now, feel as we're moving in three, moving in three, moving in three. Triple now, feel as we're moving in three. Move now in triple with me. And chant macro beats on do. Do, 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 do. Echo me, please. Ba, 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 ba. Do da dee do da dee do ta da dee ta do. Do da dee do da dee do ta da dee ta do. Do ta da dee do da dee do da ta dee ta do. Do ta da dee do da dee do da ta dee ta do. Do da dee do ta da dee do ta da dee do da dee. Da dee do ta da dee do da dee. I'm going to chant some patterns. I'm going to give you time to think about it and then tell me the function. Think about the function. Do da dee do, here I go. Ba 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 ba, ba 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 ba. Divisions. Ba 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 ba. Division elongation. Ba 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 ba. Macro micro. Do da dee do da dee. Rest. We're going to do one more thing in triple meter, so go ahead and start moving your feet. This is the same rhythm layer thing that we've been doing in duple meter. Then start to tap micro beats in your hand. And then I'd like for you to chant 2 rhythm patterns. Ready, chant. 1, 2. If you're at home and there are 2 of you who are doing this, 2 or more, then one person can chant macro beats while the other person chants a rhythm pattern. One person can chant micro beats while the other person chants a rhythm pattern, and try to move to whichever thing nobody's chanting. So if someone's chanting macro beats, do, 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 do. Have them start with that, and then everybody start moving to the micro beats because nobody's chanting those. And while the one person is still chanting do, 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 and everyone's moving your hands, then the other person can chant a pattern. Do da dee do da dee do ta da ta dee ta do. Something like that. And then you can switch roles, change it up. I'm going to sing Welsh Corgi. Bum, ba, bum, ba, bum. Ba, ba, bum, ba, 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 bum, bum, bum. Bum, ba, ba, bum, ba, 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 bum, ba, 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 bum, ba, ba, bum, ba, 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 bum. Ba, bum, ba, 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 bum, ba, 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 bum, bum, ba, 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 bum, ba, bum. What's the meter of this song? This is triple meter. Can you do a hip and arm dance while I sing it one more time? Bum ba ba bum ba ba bum ba ba bum ba ba bum ba bum ba ba bum ba bum ba bum ba ba bum ba ba bum ba 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 bum ba ba bum ba bum. Let's go ahead and come to the keyboard. Come on over and have a seat. So we're looking at the first page of Unit 9, page 29. For our keyboard geography and technique, last time we looked over here and we did number 1. This time we're going to do numbers 2, 3, and 4, none of which will take as much time. as number 1. So number 2, play any major scale with one finger using syncopated pedaling. Listen carefully. Are you catching a theme? We're doing this a lot. Really trying to get that pedaling as smooth as possible and get that to integrate with your major scale. So go ahead and practice that. Number 3, play tonic, dominant, tonic arpeggios using any black key as do. Sing the syllable names. So I know that you spent the last section, Unit 9A, reviewing all of those things, the tonic, dominant, tonic arpeggios, and tonic, subdominant, tonic, and the tonic, subdominant, dominant, tonic. This time, for this section, you just have narrowed it down just to black keys, black key dos, and then tonic, dominant, tonic. So this is just one little piece of it that you're working on in this section. So let's start with G flat as do. Sing the syllable names. So before we start, sing do, mi, so, and then so, ti, re. So then do, so, do. That's one of them. Can you do the same thing for the other 4 black keys? Use each of those other 4 black keys as do. That's B flat. So you'd sing do, mi, so, ti, re, and then sing the roots. Do, so, do. Go ahead and do those 5 now. And if that was a little bit too much to do at this moment, you can do some of those later, but make sure that throughout the week you're practicing all of those tonic, dominant, tonic arpeggios with the black key as do. Number 4, play intervals in a major and minor pentascale from Mi. So we're going to pick a major pentascale. Let's do E major. So we're going to do the intervals from Mi. Mi, fa, mi, sol, mi, re, mi, do. So you can play first and then sing mi, fa, mi, sol, mi, re, mi, do. Or you can sing while you play. So go ahead and play and sing either separately or together intervals from Mi in an E major pentascale. Now let's do D minor pentascale. Think about where Mi is in a minor pentascale. La, do, mi. So the intervals, mi, re, mi, do, mi, ti, mi, la. So go ahead and play and sing either separately or together the intervals in a D minor pentascale. So each week, each day, I should say, pick a different major and minor. So if you did E major and D minor today, pick 2 different ones for tomorrow and then 2 different ones for the next day. Just so you're trying that, getting used to some of those, reviewing some of those, but not on a large scale. Then for the exploration, creativity, improvisation, we're looking at this right side of the page. For page 29. So project 1 is a transposition project. We're reviewing hot cross buns in C major. This song begins on Mi and ends on Do. Remember, always think do, day, do, like I just didn't before you start. Now, think of your ending do as the new Mi. And then play the new tonic chord. Mi, do, so. Let letter named the new do. The new do is A flat. Play hot cross buns in the new keyality. Now we can do it again. This mi, this do is the new mi. Can you find do? Mi, do, so. Which will tell you right away if you do something like this. Oh, that doesn't sound right. Mi, do, so. Do, day, do. Then you play again. Now we're in E major. By the way, if you do it one more time, this is now me. We're now back to C major. Ooh. So you went from C major to A flat major to E major and back to C major. Right back where you started. It didn't take very long. So play hot cross buns in several keyalities. Think of the ending do as the new mi. So you can go through a cycle like I just did and see how long it takes you to get back to your original key if you want to pursue it that far. Or you can just pick something. Say, I'm going to play it in G major. Then we're playing mi, mi, do, so. And then play it in that key. So go ahead and try this in several places, or at least a couple of places. We will absolutely look at this. You may be having trouble finding mi, do, so in the new keyality, so let me know. That's totally fine. We can look at that together. And list the keyalities for the transposition. So what all did you play it in? I just now played it in A flat. So A flat was one of my do's. E was one of my do's. I played it in G, and then I played it in E flat. So those were my keyalities that I did just now. Project 2, tonic and dominant in A harmonic minor and duple meter. Ooh, look! It's like our project that we've been doing away from the book, except it's in the book. We have our chord changes written out here. So take a look down at the bottom here, where we have 1, 1, 1, 5, 5, 5, 5, 1. Remember, these are Roman numerals, so it looks like little I, little I, little I. That's tonic, or 1, 1, 1, 1. The capital V is 5, or dominant. 5, 5, 5, 5, and then 1 again. So you're going to do a duple meter rhythm pattern, 4 macro beats long. You're going to improvise a melody with that rhythm pattern using these A harmonic minor chord changes, using only chord tones, audiate the chord changes and or play the roots, improvise a melody above the roots. Each chord symbol represents 1 macro beat. And then play la for the tonic and mi for the dominant to accompany. It's a lot of words. So first, before we start, we're going to think of the chord changes. Do, day, do, day, do, day, do. Here we go. Do, day, do, day, do, day, do. Do, day, do, day, do, day, do. That's a great way to start if you're having trouble. Just play right on the roots. And then if you want, you can make that longer by doing it again. I like how that sounds. That's nice. So let's go ahead and do this together. You can chant any duple meter rhythm pattern that you want. I will play the roots with you. If you want, you can also play La for the tonic and Mi for the dominant. Pause just at any point if you need to practice some of this. So A minor, play before you start your tonic chord and your dominant chord. Mi, re, ti, si. So those are your chord tones, and then your tonic chord tones. Do, de, do, chant a pattern. Play on one key. Get ready, and here we go. So go ahead, and if you are ready, you can try that by yourself. If I was messing you up by playing with you, absolutely try by yourself. So see what you can do with this project, and every day continue to work with this. Try a different rhythm pattern. That one's just do, days, and do's that I did. You can do all kinds of rhythm patterns. Do, let's see, do, day, do, ta, ta, do. Decide what you want to do. So go ahead and pause if you need to work on that. You're going to do something different every day with that. And then there are a couple of projects that are not in the book. I'm going to give you a triple meter rhythm pattern. You're going to echo it with your voice, play it on one key, then use a D minor root position triad, D minor triad. Using these three notes, you're going to improvise a melody with that rhythm pattern. Think about when you improvise with this. Oh, I see. Nope, we're doing a couple of things with this. Nope, another step. So do, da, dee, do, echo with your voice. Do, da, ta, dee, do, da, dee, do, da, ta, dee, do. Do, da, da, dee, do, da, dee, do, da, da, dee, do. One key. Do, da, dee, do, da, dee, do, da, da, dee, do. Find D minor. Oh, D major, sorry. D major. Do, da, da, dee, do, da, dee, do, da, da, dee, do. Ready, play. Do, da, da, dee, do, da, do something with the left hand. If you didn't do that, if you started with the left hand, do the right hand. Same rhythm pattern. I'm just going to play the chord at the beginning. You can do anything with the rhythm pattern. Do, da, ta, dee, do, da, dee, do, da, ta, dee, do. Do, da, ta, dee, do, da, dee, do, da, ta, dee, do. Now, instead of using a D major triad, this time you're going to use random piano keys to improvise with this same rhythm pattern, but think about your dynamics, your articulation, your register, and repetition. So how loudly or softly are you playing? What articulation are you using? What register of the piano are you playing in? And have some kind of repetition built into this. Like, oh my goodness, this sounds like a lot of stuff. So if I did do, da, da, dee, do, da, dee, do, da, da, dee, do. Do, da, da, dee, do, da, dee, do, da, da, dee, So for me, by the time I got to the end of the rhythm pattern, I didn't have any repetition there. I was thinking about a smooth, connected articulation. I was thinking about playing quietly in this register of the piano, but I didn't have any repetition. So I could do the rhythm pattern twice and then repeat some of my ideas. So if you find yourself getting to the end of an improvisation and you say, there's no repetition, play it again. It's fine. Then you can build that repetition in there. So go ahead and use random piano keys. Think about dynamics, articulation, register, and repetition. Do da da dee, do da dee, do da da dee, do. We're going to do one more thing. I gave you time to do it twice in case you needed to. So one more thing, we're going to change the tonality of French Lullaby, and I'm going to take a quick look. This is page 48 in book 2. Yes. Do, sol, mi, do, ti, do. Go ahead and sing with me while I sing this song. Do, day, do, sing, sing with me. Bum, 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 ba, 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 bum, 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 ba, 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 bum. Go ahead and move with me. I'm going to sing it now in minor tonality. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 ba, 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 bum, 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 ba, 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 bum. Bum, 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 sing with me. Bum, 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 ba, 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 bum, 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 ba, 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 bum. Sounds very different in minor tonality. I'm always amazed at how different songs sound when you change the tonality. Today for our review, we're finishing up our review of Unit 19 and then doing some review of Unit 20. So for Unit 19, we're looking at German folk song. We did all kinds of things with the deep tonal pattern last time. Today we're looking at a new tonality and a new meter. So why don't you, why don't you play this in G major? Go ahead and try that. And then new meter. So I'd like to see how you can figure out to do this in duple meter. So go ahead and play around with this a little bit, and I'll think about it while I'm having you play, see if there are things that I think might be problematic. Now I think this probably translated pretty well to duple meter. Do, day, do, day, do to day, do, probably. Do, day, do to day, do. Do, day, do, day, do, day, do. Do to day, do, day, do to day, do. So I'm guessing you did something like that for duple meter. So let me know if you have any trouble with that. Meanwhile, go ahead and mark down today's date on the new tonality and new meter. And then looking over at Unit 20, there are two things in here. First thing is we're looking at American tune. So let's review the melody and accompaniment. And then we're going to, actually we're not adding anything, because if you did this with me on videos when you were in Unit 20, then we've done everything except for new tonality and new meter. So we're going to save those for next time. If you have anything left besides new tonality and new meter, go ahead and add those in. I'm happy to help you as needed. So let's review the melody and accompaniment today. Do is E, major tonality. Melody starts on do. We're in duple meter. Do, day, do, here I go. Right at the beginning we have mi, sol, re, sol, and then mi, do. 3 patterns right in a row. And then mi, sol, re, sol, do. Accompaniment is, and then again. Go ahead and see if you can play melody with me, or the accompaniment, or both. You choose. Do, day, do, play with me. If you play the melody, try the accompaniment. If you play the accompaniment, try the melody. Do, day, do, play with me. Go ahead and pause as you need to try to play that hands together if you haven't done that already. Just mark today's date by the melody and accompaniment because you're reviewing that. Then take a look over at the D-flat major scale. We had learned this some time ago. You don't have to play the scale with one finger. Do slowly review. I play it blocked first. It's just a great review. So play the 2 black keys with these 2 fingers, and then the thumb note, and the 3 black keys with your 3 middle fingers, and the thumb note. Just go up 2 octaves, 3 black keys, and the thumb note, D-flat. Then the thumb note, 3 black keys, thumb note, 2 black keys, thumb note, 3 black keys, thumb note, 2 black keys. From there, then you can play 1 finger at a time. Then left hand, same thing, 2 black keys, thumb note, 3 black keys, thumb note, 2 black keys, thumb note, 3 black keys, thumb note, D-flat. Go ahead and make your way across the scale, playing that way. Then slowly review 1 finger at a time. Now, back when we worked on this originally, we had practiced a 1 octave scale chanting macro beats and a 2 octave scale chanting micro beats. We had our handy dandy metronome set at 48. It's a good place to start. Let's see if this one works. Oh, I've had a helper who's been using my metronome, so sometimes they're left on for hours at a time and don't have any battery life left. Yeah, that's not 48. This one's dead. Okay, it's dead, it just doesn't know it yet. So, slow pulse. I'll be your metronome. This is slow. So go ahead and chant and play macro beats for while we do a 1 octave scale. Pick your hand. Ready, play. Do, 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 do. And you're looking at me and saying, this is so easy. Why are we doing this? Now let's play micro beats. Do, day, do, 2 octave scale. Do, day, 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 do. Now we're doing a 3 octave scale on do-da-dees. Do-da-dee, ready, play. Do-da-dee, 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 do-dee, do-da-dee, 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 do-da-dee. If that's still easy for you at this speed, then try the 4 octave scale with divisions. Do-ta, data, 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 do-ta, data. If all of was easy, fantastic. Make sure you can do that in the other hand. Once you've moved beyond that, then you can start making the metronome go faster. So if you can play all 4 of those, no problem, easy peasy, then play it faster, move the metronome up. I wouldn't move, so mine has, when I say move up 1 click, it makes a click when I move it from one speed to another. Yours may be like that, or you may be saying, I typed it in at 48 in my electronic metronome or my metronome app on my phone. You can type it in 10 beats a minute higher, do 2 or 3 clicks if you have one that clicks. So 10, 15 beats higher, then try it again and figure out where a comfortable level is. So at least today, I do want you to play the 3-octave scale with triple meter microbeats on doo-dah-dee at your metronome set at 48. Now, if that is easy for you, then you can add more things. Try the 4-octave scale, make sure that's comfortable in both hands, and then you can make it faster. But the base level today is 3-octave scale at 48. So make sure you add that, and that's it for our review. The only other thing is, I'll mention this in the assignments on Love Somebody, which was our keyboard piece for Unit 9. If you have not played this hands together, make sure you add that this time. So that brings us to our assignments. Number 1, when I find them over here, that was very exciting. Audio tracks 19, 20, and 21. We have 2 keyboard pieces coming up in the next unit. So 3 audio tracks, 19 through 21. That's assignment 1. Assignment 2, keyboard skills, page 29, left side, numbers 2 through 4. Wherever page 29 is, numbers 2 through 4. That's assignment 2. Assignment 3, improv, page 29, right side. Assignment 4, review book 2, units 19 and 20. And assignment 5, love somebody, hands together. If you've not already done that, if you've already done it, just play it once and say, done. And assignment 6. So this one depends on how things went last time with the Jingle Bells project. So if you finished project 5 and you played the root harmony and the melody together in a few keyalities, then go ahead and try this project. If you didn't finish that, finish the Jingle Bells project this time. Okay, so if you didn't finish the Jingle Bells Project 5, finish that. If you did, then look at page 64. Look at these new folk songs projects. I want you to look at the one on the left. This is called Rocking. This is track 39 on the book 3 audio tracks. You're going to listen to a song and you're going to try to figure out some information about the song. The information that we figure out about every song to sing and every new piece that we play. So project 1 is name the tonality of the song. Project 2, name the starting tone of the song. Is that do, mi, so? Is it re? Is it fa? Is it la? Name the ending tone of the song. So do projects 1 and 2, and then pick either project 3, sing some significant tonal patterns from the song, or project 4, chant some significant rhythm patterns from the song. So probably as you're listening to this song, either some tonal patterns are going to jump out at you, like oh, I heard la, do, mi, or I heard mi, re, ti, or I heard la, do. You're going to say, oh yeah, I heard some of those in there. Or you're going to say, oh, I totally heard that rhythm. It was do, day, do, to, day, to, do. So whichever one of those things jumps out first, tonal patterns or rhythm patterns, chant some of those rhythm patterns or sing the tonal patterns and mark that project. So figure out whatever jumps out at you first. Then we'll come back and address the thing that didn't jump out later. Does that make sense? Let me know if you have questions about that. So it's the Rocking project, page 64, projects 1 and 2, and either 3 or 4, whatever makes more sense to you first. Thank you very much for joining me for Music Moves for Piano Book 3, Unit 9B. and I hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you. Bye.